I hate PC gaming. I hate PC gaming. Because, like, I have a snack box plugged into my PC right now. And if I want to switch to actually using the snack box, like, I literally can't unless I quit the game and start again. I don't know. I haven't been able to figure it out. I mean, maybe there's another way to do it. But, like, even if I go to, like, the main screen over here, so if I come into this screen over here, now I've got my snack box, and I can start it with my snack box, I think. Yeah, see, it won't even let me start the game with the snack box. And it's plugged in. Like, it won't do anything. I don't know how to get this thing to start. So I'm plugging and unplugging it, and like, hate it. I hate it. Oh, you guys actually couldn't see the. Oh no, you saw my my controller, yeah. But like, yeah, that's the thing is I have to restart the game, which is really really annoying. Oh my god. And then of course I keep running into graphical bugs and all these things that I have to update these drivers for and do all this stuff, and oh man. I'm just surprised PCs haven't created a convenient way to like really just control, like, I wish there was a way, like, someone hasn't created something that's just like the hub, you know, like maybe I should fucking create this myself, honestly. Like, just like a program that literally, like, I mean, it obviously exists for audio, right? It obviously exists for audio, but even the PC keeps trying to change everything. Like, I always have the audio set up on my voice meter, so my voice meter is kind of like my intermediary, so I never have to change my computer settings for the audio. But then, like, the computer settings keep changing themselves when you plug things in, and I don't want it to do that. I just want to leave it alone. So that whenever I plug in the audio, I control everything through voice meters. So all the PC does is pay attention to what voice meter's giving it, and then I change whatever's over there. Can we do the same thing with the sticks? Can we just have like this intermediary layer that's just like, this is the premier stick, and then you just have a program where you take the sticks that are plugged in, the controllers plugged in, and you assign them to that slot. So that way, I mean, I don't know if that introduces input lag. I mean, hopefully it shouldn't, you know? But like, if we were able to do that, then you could just decide which sticks are plugged. Like, first and second player are always gonna be the same stick, which is the virtual stick. And the program that creates the virtual sticks, you just assign which controller's plugged into those. And that would actually, I swear to God, make things like 10,000 times easier. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, for sure it's a Microsoft problem. It's not a PC problem per se, but let's face it, like, Microsoft is the only thing that we use on PC. Yeah, so look at this, a tiny SNES looking game called Robo-O, like, actually has something like that. I hate it. I hate this. Like, I literally cannot start the game with this controller. And then the other worst thing about it too is, like, a lot of times I'll be like, okay, I'll start over here, I'll come over here, and then like I sometimes I can get this control to work. And then what actually happens is I come over here and I go to fighting ground and I go to training mode, and then I can't move the controller thing over here. So like, I literally can control everything up to this point where all of a sudden, like, the joystick just stopped, the controller I have plugged in stops working, and only the first player controller works. I can't even move that second player. Like, I have another joystick plugged in. I know what's counting as second player right now, and it's not doing anything. Oh, God. I mean, I get that I/O is really hard, but does it have to be this hard? Does it have to be this difficult? I don't know. Oh, man. It drives me nuts. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It's just like, shouldn't be this difficult, man. Shouldn't be this difficult. No, that's exactly what it is, honestly. It's just so many things. Yeah, well, because the thing about it is the Combat 2009 has 2 sticks on it. And if you have the 2 sticks on it, what happens is that it registers both of the sticks, right? So if I do this, like there's 2 sticks on the Combat 2009, it only takes 1 USB cable to plug in to register as both sticks. So both sticks are actually communicating through 1 USB, which is kind of weird, but that's how it works. But I normally don't use the second player side, but the second player side, right, see? Like, you see that? You see this? So I have the second player controller connected, and look, the second player controller, I can move all this stuff here. Like, I can do all this. So if I use the second player controller on the Combat 2000, even from this screen over here, like I hit this button here like this, and then log in, log in, log in, log in, log in, log in. And then I head to Fighting Ground. I'm using the second player controller, training, and now I don't have the option to move anything. Like, only the first player controller, like, whatever controller I use to get in from the title screen should turn into technically the first player controller. This is probably a Street Fighter 6 bug more than anything else, because maybe other versions do this. But this is not working, and I can't do it. I have to go to the first controller. So even if I did get the snack box to register, when I get to this screen, it doesn't do anything. The only way that I can make the snack box work is if I literally quit the game, restart the game completely. So irritating. So how does the Steam controller support thing work? Like, I know Steam has like some crazy like controller big mode support thing or whatever, but I was also told to turn that off because that also makes it so that that adds the input lag or something like that. But like I mean, I don't even know what settings I should use for all this shit. And this is just, I mean, again, another reason why I hate it. This is another reason why I hate PC gaming, because I don't feel like I need to do all this shit. I don't feel like I need to know all this. Ugh. Anyways, I'm an old man. I like my consoles. Leave me alone. I like my consoles. I like being able to play easy and just plug things in and have shit work. Very irritating. I mean, this is a super clean machine over here. The only thing I've installed on this machine is literally Steam and games. That's it. Yeah, and that's the thing. So having a second PC now, I'm literally just running the game. That's just my gaming PC. My streaming and all that stuff like that is being done on a completely different machine. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, like, it's like I said, I'm an old man. I'm sorry. I'm crotchety and I'm old. And I don't know, PC gaming just never has gelled with me. I remember when I was playing Soul Calibur, I had all my save data deleted because I ran Soul Calibur on 2 different machines, and it was like, we didn't sync correctly, let's do this, dead. And then I was like, what the hell? And like, you just, like, I could, like, there wasn't even like data management or anything. I was, oh God, it's so irritating. Rootkits. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is because fighting games now on PCs, that's also where everybody gets all the stupid what do you call it? That's where everybody gets all the hacks from, and the data mining and all that stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely still have the bias 100%, dude. I still have the bias. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is if you do really like the mods, that is good, right? If you enjoy modding on your PC. I don't know, I've never really been a huge proponent of mods, even though in Street Fighter V, my main Lucia costume that I used was a mod because I actually didn't like any of Lucia's costumes, honestly. And the mod that put her in Ken's outfit was like literally the best Lucia costume that I've seen. But that was like the only reason. The only other reason was so I could turn Nikali into Felicia, just so I could see how that worked, because someone did that for me. It was hilarious. Whoa, what the hell is a skip intro mod? But again, I'm just not a mod person. You know, I don't, mods, I mean, like, it's weird. I can't explain it, but like, mods are too wild west for me. You know, I mean, obviously if it's something very useful, like a hitbox viewer, or, you know, adding the frame meter to Guilty Gear, like, that's really cool for sure. But like, you know, I don't know, like, I've talked about this before a little bit, but like, the reason why, like, you know, I have people talk to me, they're like, oh, James, you should check out that MVC3 mods, you know, they added all these characters, or you should try out Mugen and all these things. And like, I can't bring myself to mess with those things. I have no interest in them because, I don't know, like, it's too wild, it's too chaotic, it's too anarchic, right? You know I talked about this on my stream before, but it was like, I see someone who literally created their own character in MVC3, and they're like, check out this cool combo I can do. And I'm like, of course you can do the cool combo. You programmed the character, you made the character. Like, what's the point of showing us the cool combo you can do when you literally coded him to be able to do that combo, you know? And yeah, for sure, modding is what's allowing Max to support the new version of MVCI, but even Max has said that they're not planning to do much. They're not adding characters, and they only may tweak a few small things here and there. And, you know, that I can accept, right? Like, for example, I said a couple of weeks ago that I would really love to learn how to mod Super Turbo, like the way that the New Legacy guys did, right? I would love to be able to do that, because obviously, you know, you're going to be limited in what you can mod. You might be able to change some frame data here and there, but you're not going to be able to add new moves or do anything crazy like that, because there's only so much you can do. But like, I don't know, like, if somebody can teach me how to do that, like, I would love to be able to try to make my own version of Super Turbo, and, you know, I would do it in a way that didn't change much. You know, I talked about that. Like, I don't want to change the games drastically. I want to just do small things. And I get why modding is good and useful, but again, like, when you're actually, like there's no person overlooking all the MVC3 characters, right? At this point, like, everybody has created like 7,000 characters, and it basically is just Mugen at this point, because you can make the characters do whatever you want. Nobody's worrying about trying to make sure they're balanced or anything like that. And, it's kind of like, like a free-for-all of Linux, It's like there's like 700 Linux versions out there, but MVCI is a lot less regulated than what people are doing with Linux, modern consoles are not only going to help archive game history, they nearly are not only going to not help archive gaming history, right? They nearly actively go against it. We need all the PC stuff to preserve a lot of gaming history. Yeah, that's absolutely true. It's absolutely true that, games preservation, I even said, I think it was last week, that I approve of ROMs because nobody else is preserving games except the PC scene. So yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, I mean, I support that kind of thing. I don't find the experience of playing games on PCs enjoyable. The only thing that makes playing on PCs feel nicer to me is that, on consoles, like, if I ever left my console on for, 5 hours, I feel scared, like my console's going to explode. But for some reason, I'm just so used to leaving PCs on or just putting them to sleep or just not even doing anything. Like, I woke up this morning and walked upstairs and my Street Fighter 6 was just in training mode. It was just sitting there in training mode. And I don't feel bad about that. I don't know why I don't feel bad about leaving PCs on forever. I feel bad about leaving consoles on. So that's one nice thing, is that, it's easy just to come back up and jump right back into training mode. But at the same time, it's probably a bad idea, and I probably should be turning my PC off, to be honest with you. I probably should be turning my PC off. Oh, man. I know. That's another reason why I should turn it off, because of power bill.